One of the passages that Dr. King went through was a maturing process and also a loss of innocence in a sense. Is that fair to say?
I think so. I think so. He starts out as a very optimistic teenager who believes in social change. He's fairly radical in his views. That's why he comes into the church, because he believes in the social gospel. And gradually, even during his college years, he becomes more aware that it's not so simple, that the social gospel is kind of based around this idea that people are basically good, and that the world could be perfected through these religious ideals. And I think gradually he becomes more aware of the persistence of sin and the fact that he needs something strong to stand up to evil in the world. And that's where Gandhi comes in. That's where he finds a way of implementing, of making love a powerful force in the world. It's not easy to overcome evil. And I think one of the parts of his maturing that comes through in the play is that he becomes aware that within him are these competing forces of good and evil. And that's part of the nature of humanity. And that part of the reason why he can't achieve what he calls, why he can't build a kingdom of peace, is that he himself has these limitations. The essential part of nonviolence for King is the notion of resistance, that you need to resist injustice.
I am walking and talking with my mind, stayed on freedom.
So often, injustice persists, oppression persists, because it's not resisted. You know, every day we see a poor person. Every day we walk by injustice, unfairness, suffering, and we get used to it. I mean, it is part of the everyday environment. And it's only when you walk by that person and feel that sense of the unfairness of that, and then an everyday situation becomes a social justice situation. I'm sure that when slavery was around, most people thought, well, that's just the way life is. You know, every society has slaves.
Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried.
This is great. I mean, having a truly professional company take this on is just, I couldn't hope for this in the United States. And I remember Katrine said, let's do it, and if we're going to do it, let's do it big. And here I have the National Theatre Company of China. You know, what better can you ask for?